Hello and welcome to the third tutorial of the Flux 1 sample library. Today we're going to be going through my favourite part of the sample library. Yes, that is the sound design section. It's what we've called the warp section of the sample library. Now the warp section consists of our sound design. Within this we've created a bank of sounds, and by a bank of sounds I mean a bank of original sound design, each ranging from left field sound design where it's more experimental and trying to push the boundaries of granular synthesis, and at the same time we've got more conventional gestures which allow your compositions to easily meet commercial standards while still bearing a twist of innovation. So how have we set it up? Well, as you find the strings in the woodwind in the Kontakt tab, below them you'll see the samples folder, the individual patches, and then you'll see the warped section. What we do is we go straight into that. We've got three different categories: the atonal gestures, instruments, and textures. Now we're just going to go into the atonal gestures for now. Now we followed suit with the naming convention with other libraries because it just makes things so much easier to find and gives each sound just a little bit more character. So as you can see, very unique and hopefully distinguishable names around here. So what I'm going to do now is just play through a range of different samples so you can get a strong feel for the character of the library. So as you can see, it's a range of different sounds from left field to conventional with a twist. So I'm now going to talk about the variables, the controls, and the unique features this engine has, while also talking about the significance of some of these samples. We've got the waveform at the top of the engine here, just so you can see exactly what you're doing. So now I've set the offset to 2 seconds. As with the strings and the woodwind, we've got a little offset controller, which is this one just here. And this just allows you to choose where exactly you want the sample to start, so you don't have to listen to the whole thing every single time just to choose that gesture that you're looking for. And we've added 4 different modulations for you to put in. So we've got the delay, distortion, the tape saturation, and chorus. Let's just go through the distortion. And you can have all of them running at the same time if you like. And you can assign those to a MIDI controller just by right-clicking and learn CC automation. We've also added a reverb function. Another thing to note about these samples is that we've mixed and mastered them to a point where you can just play them and drag them straight into your composition without too much extra editing. Saves you so much time in the composition process and allows more time for just music. So now just going back to the more left field sound design that we've got in there, just want to take you through how significant they are. I mean, it's a beautifully original piece of sound design there. And as with all the samples, they're mixed and mastered with enough headroom and finesse so that they can be dragged straight into your music without too much EQing, compression, or extra maximizing. And beyond that, It's a versatile gesture that just might add that extra edgy flavour your music is looking for. Moving on to the gate sequencer down in the bottom left here, it works the same way as any other gate sequencer. You simply select your column, then select your note division. So I've got 30 seconds, and I've gone for a pretty consistent pattern, but you select your notes just like this and which ones you want to sound. And then you play through your sample while at the same time pressing this green key down here. With the instruments, it's the same setup as the last samples. You have all the same functions and controls. These samples are just designed to have that much more scope in them. They're that much longer so that you can play around with chords and melodies that much more. And so there you have it, the warped section of the Flux One sample library. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. You can buy the entire library right now for just $49.99 with an educational discount of 30%. You'll find that the library is on sale at lootaudio.com as well as our webpage silverscreenaudio.com. Please don't hesitate to get in touch if you have any questions, and other than that, please remember to leave us a review, and I hope you enjoyed the library.